I think most of us have this idea that motivation is the thing that changes our lives. We wait for that moment where we suddenly feel inspired, and we're ready to go to the gym, fix our sleep, start the project, or finally sort our lives out. But the problem is, motivation is just incredibly unreliable. And some days you'll wake up full of energy and ambition, and other days you don't even feel like getting out of bed. And over the past few months, I've started realizing that the people who actually change their lives aren't the most motivated. They're the most disciplined. And I'm starting to think motivation might actually be a bit overrated. How many times have you said you'd start something tomorrow, but that perfect tomorrow never comes? The problem with motivation is it feels really powerful when you have it. It's emotional. And emotions fluctuate, and you can't really rely on these feelings all the time. Motivation feels amazing when it's there, but it disappears just as quickly. How often do you really feel motivated to go out and do exactly what you want to do? Work, the stress of life, tiredness, bad days, these can all plummet your motivation and just basically stop you from living the life you want to live. Motivation comes and goes, and real life doesn't wait for you to feel motivated. It'll carry on regardless. Now that we've spoke a little bit about what motivation actually is, what is discipline? Discipline is doing things despite how you're feeling. It's building habits, and it's consistency. Discipline is doing the thing even when you'd rather not. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." And I interpret that as, you might not control how you feel, but you can control what you do. Starting this channel is actually quite a good example of discipline. I think I was quite motivated for my first video until I realised how much effort I had to put in. And I was very nervous and unsure and uncomfortable about putting myself out there. But I did it anyway. And I'm continuing to try to upload videos, not out of motivation, but out of a want. I often wake up unmotivated to do many things, but it's through small actions that I'm trying to improve my life. Even if it's just cleaning my room, or doing the damn dishes, or washing my clothes. These are things that I'd leave until I felt more motivated, or I had a full day off. But discipline is getting these things done, and letting yourself breathe, and have more time for more important things. It's quite funny actually, I watched an episode of SpongeBob the other day, where, you guys might remember this, he gets given a test at his boating school, and he stays up all night, and he can't write a single word. And he keeps giving himself things to procrastinate about, whether it's doing the dishes, cleaning, feeding his pet snail, all sorts. Talking to the postman. He has an important job to do, and he refuses to do it because of all these outside distractions. And I think through discipline, not only can you focus on that main big thing you want to do, but you can get rid of all the little things that are bugging you. Like I said before, like SpongeBob would put down his pen to go clean his room. If his room was already clean, do you think he would have done that? I don't know. I'm just having a bit of a waffle here. I'll get back onto topic. I just like SpongeBob, okay? So discipline doesn't have to be this huge heroic effort. Motivation seems to be this emotion where you want to do these really big things, but discipline is more like the small things. It could be going to bed on time and waking up on time, taking a walk, reading a book instead of scrolling, recording this video in my case. Most people think discipline means waking up at 5 a.m. and running a marathon. Most of the time it's just doing the small things you said you'd do, the everyday things which all of us have to do. One of the great Stoic philosophers, Epictetus, writes, "No great thing is created suddenly." And I've interpreted this to mean that most change in life happens slowly, through small, consistent actions. and not putting them off, really. So tell me, what's one small thing you know you should be doing right now, but you keep waiting for your motivation to start? I'm obviously not perfect, and I still struggle with motivation all the time. Some days I just wake up feeling productive and focused, and other days I just don't want to do anything. But I'm slowly learning that waiting for motivation is ultimately a losing game. Discipline isn't exciting and it isn't glamorous. Most of the time it's just quietly doing the things you know will make your life better, whether that's tidying your room, making your bed, going to bed earlier, getting outside, working out, working on something that matters to you. It's the small things done consistently that will improve your life. And it all starts with discipline. And maybe that's the real secret. Not waiting until you feel ready, but simply starting anyway. I hope this little ramble is coherent and it makes sense to you guys. Sometimes I have all these thoughts in my head and I struggle to get them out of my mouth. Hopefully that's something I can improve upon in the future. But if you've watched this far, I just want to thank you all so much. And I love you. Bye-bye.